Welcome to Financials with Ahau. It's a joy to be together with you again as we continue on the Making Wealth series, and we're building up conversations, starting to talk about something new. I'm so excited. When I was planning for just how the year would look like, every month had, and every season, I could say, had something we would speak about. So this particular one is really interesting to me because we're going to look at financial tools that are relevant for Africa. Now, anytime you've read for a long time financial information, it's always American 401k, and I'm just like, what's that? Or British, or European, just different things from other parts of the world that are not ideally what we are facing here on the African continent, and more specifically in East Africa and in Kenya. So that's an exciting space for me to just have us maneuver what kind of things are actually areas we can work on in terms of our finances within the African continent. What are things that we face? What are ways that we are investing in? What are avenues and terms that are clear and we can be able to understand? What does insurance mean for us? I remember working for an American firm, and for them, they didn't understand how the healthcare system worked in that you had government healthcare, but you're the one who paid for it through your salary, which your employer deducted and then remitted for you. So they were like, that makes no sense. Like, what's that? So they would have a budget for like payroll, and then they have a budget for insurance, and then they have a budget for health. So we kind of like had to bring them to an understanding of how things operate on our continent and why there's a difference in that. So that's the same thing here when it comes to just our financial journey. What are the things that really relate to us? What are the terms that we use that are easy to understand for us? And then we build up from there and we know precisely what we're doing. So the beauty of this is that they are common terms. So investment is a common term, savings is a common term, insurance is a common term, but within insurance, it's very important to realize, and that's where a bit of the difference comes up. There are also benefits, which are common terms. So within that is salaries and remuneration, which are common terms. But within that, what does that mean for the African continent? I remember recently just talking through a area of interest with a young person about what it means when a salary is being discussed and just different things that pertain to that, and just enabling them to understand how taxes happen. Like within the Kenyan system, there's what is quoted as a gross salary. So that's what is initially presented to you. Then a gross salary is accompanied by monetary and non-monetary benefits, which are then listed against that. So once you first have that like overview, okay, that's the kind of income. So that's like for salaried space. And then there's the business space. So in terms of business, there's a profit and a loss. And then there's a balance sheet that we do. And then there's how does a business look and create a salary? How does a person look and create wages, commissions for the different people when they're business? And then what do they see as the amount that they should put aside for growth for the business, the amount that they should declare so that they do taxes and all of that. So those are very key components on the African continent that look very different across the world. Night and day. Still the same things, but even the terms they use are different. And some of this could even be hinged on the accounting standards. So you find like America use the GAAP, Europe and Africa use the IPSAS. And even as they use the IPSAS, there's a customization for our continent. For instance, we are a very faith-oriented continent. So we give to our faith. I remember I was working for a certain lady, and for her, it was just a thing. Her business had to give to her faith. So that's the same thing also for us. How do we account for that? I do that too, because I believe that God has given me the different giftings. So I want my business to also give to grow my faith. So just those are the kind of things that we're going to maneuver. Pray we can think through them, discuss them, break them down so that you actually come out with beneficial information to understand how to grow from Africa. Thank you for listening. Keep writing. Think through what is it that I want to grow at that is so specific to my continent and start working towards it. Looking forward to our continued conversations. It's a how. God bless you.